Hey, Paul. Today we are going to Scrum. Wait, you don't know what a Scrum is? Well, Paul, that is an agile style function where junior and senior software developers stand up and discuss what they're working on. Think of the tender things that we were working on? What? Simple Minds? Welcome to another episode of the Mighty Code Coder. I'm Rob Fitzgerald, here to make you great and help you innovate. In this episode, we're going to spend some time collaborating from home. Yep. While distance learning, we will use Canvas groups to collaborate in an at-home Scrum. The student developers are all broken up into virtual groups of approximately five, and will answer three simple questions. What were you working on yesterday? What are you working on today? And what is blocking you? That's right. And we will sit in and watch the groups as they converse with each other from home. In the classroom last year, students would start every Tuesday with what we called a stand-up scrum. This allowed students to talk with each other and get a sense as to where they were with class material. I would have them stand, and when the group was done sharing, they could sit down. The scrum was to go on for about 10 minutes. Oddly, this proved to be hard for my upperclassmen. They would sit down only after 3 minutes, just a few minutes. Not my freshmen. They talked away until I made them sit down. I have some ideas on why this happened, but I want to hear what you think. So after watching the episode, comment on why you think freshmen were able to do a stand-up scrum longer than upperclassmen. But for now, let's get going. This is going to be exciting. All right, so now I'm talking to my students, and hopefully they can find their way to their PAW groups and get going. Remember, each student will answer three questions. What did you work on yesterday? What are you going to work on today? And what is blocking you? I want each student to not only answer the questions, but to read each other's responses and respond back to each other in a helpful and courteous way. So let's get going and come with me and watch how it turns out. All right, so in order to go check how the students are now, hopefully they're already there and they're already conversing. And so I have a combo class, which means I have two classes in one. I'm that good of a teacher. I could actually teach two classes with only two hands. And so here, if I go into people, if you're in Canvas, you go to people, this is where you set up your groups if you're a teacher that hasn't done that yet. And I set up two groups. One is called a PAW group, and I have this group set up in groups of five throughout the classroom, and when I circle all the groups, it makes a shape of a paw, and ironically we're the Huskies, so it's ironically perfect. I also have another group called the class leaders. So each paw group has a leader, and then each class has a leader, and they're in charge of all the paw leaders. All right, so we're very militaristic, okay? We got this from the military, that they can move large masses of people and information quickly because they break it down into where no one is in charge of more than five people. So each paw group is made of five. They have a paw leader, so that paw leader only has four or five people to keep in charge of. And then the class leaders has about four groups in which they converse with the paw leader of each group. So they have four. And then I talk to my class leaders, and I have five classes, so that's five class leaders. So that's how we break it down so that we can quickly move information in and out of these classes. And we got it from our Department of Defense. Okay, that's what they do. All right, so let's go into PAW Group and see what kind of conversations are going on already. All right, so here's PAW Group 1, and there's my PAW leader. And if I want to go in and see what's going on in that PAW group, I could visit that homepage. And as you see here, I have 2 announcements. And so I'm going to click on this one, and this is the at-home Scrum for today. So I was trying to figure out what's best, just to have one announcement and they go in every week, or every week do I have to make an announcement? It's kind of burdensome too, because when you make an announcement, you can't copy it for each group. So you got to make it new for each group. So you got to hit add announcement up here. And it's kind of burdensome. So it almost maybe feels like maybe they should just be add to the same one every time. So let's go in it and see what it looks like. So here is the at-home Scrum. You see we already have people making comments. This is great. So this is Jed. It actually said Jed put this in at 11:53 a.m. and it is not 11:53. It's only 9. So I don't know if that's if we have a East, maybe is it Eastern, Western time? I don't know. So it put it in, but they're actually putting that in, which is great. And so we can look at, oh yeah, they're all commenting. All right, so this is nice. So they are putting in and they're having their own little discussion. And so what's nice is after they answer the question, I can reply, or I have this, I said you could say, I like it. Okay, so you like it. And you see Jed says he was working on his password generator yesterday. So I don't have to stress about it later in the week. Today I'm going to try and complete other milestones for my password generator. This is awesome. And now I know this is today's because that was assigned yesterday. All right. The thing that is blocking me is that I feel kind of behind in this class. I don't really understand everything that it asks me for, like pseudocode. All right. So at the beginning of class, I'm going to, so I could comment to them and say, Jed, keep going. All things new take time. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I could do something like that, and I could go ahead and post a reply back to them. Okay. So that's nice. And so this is how it goes. All right. So we'll start seeing. So Jesse Torres put some stuff down, and then Jed was able to comment back, yeah, I need to catch up late work as well. Okay. So that's pretty cool. All right. And so this is basically our Paul. You don't like this at-home Scrum? This is really nice. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's totally great. All right, be cool about it. All right, Paul's wasn't sure about what a Scrum was and started quoting songs from Simple Minds. I don't know what that was. But anyway, so this looks like it's off to a great start. And now if I go up here, I could switch that's group 1. I could go to group 2 and see how group 2 is doing. And click on it. And now remember, I don't have to go to each student and try to tell them, hey, where are you at on your at-home Scrum? I could go to like 2 so far isn't going, or here they are, they're going now. All right, so there is some stuff. Angelina is the only one that has something in there so far. So group 2's got to get going. And I at first want to make sure I open this for comments. So if you're a teacher and you have this, it's like I said, there's some double work. You got to hit announcements twice, and you got to, after you create the comment, you got to go open it for comments, which is somewhat non-intuitive, because you figure if you're making an announcement area where you want comments, it would automatically allow comments. But yeah, it also was somewhat hard. I had one student get caught in here. They were searching for authors and they didn't see the reply here. So the reply probably should be away. This would probably be somewhere else. Okay, so group 2's got to get going. Let's see how group 3's going. Okay, go here and I'll click on the at home for group 3, and there you go. Nicole's in there and they're doing well. They're starting to communicate, and I could go through here and just like it. Now, these likes come kind of easy, guys, because I'm just excited. This is the first time we did this, and I'm liking that you're able to find it and post. All right. So if you said something negative and it shouldn't have a thumbs up, then I'm sorry I didn't read those. I just was basically saying good job for not being lost. Okay. All right. So I think the last group in here is group 4. And I'll look at their at-home scrum. And there it is. All right, we got a couple comments. Now remember, I want you guys to go back and do 3 comments of people that commented. So comment on their comment, okay? And that is our stand-up at-home scrum Tuesday with Canvas groups. I also would love to make one comment too. If you go back to our groups, I also am asking for people to put in their names to be a class leader. And so if you go here, you'll see another group in here called class leaders. I have this set up to where 2 students for each period can be a class leader. And remember, you'll be in charge of your PAW leader. All right, so that's all you have to respond to. So if we want to get a hold of someone in that group, you just contact the PAW leader, and the PAW leader will get in contact with that person. And we will take 2 class leaders, and you could sign up on your own. If you look up here, this is the requirements. It says self-sign up is enabled for these groups. All students in a group are required to be in the same selection, and groups are limited to 2 members. So if you wanted to do that, the kids could sign up for it and become a leader, or I can take someone and put them in there and make them a leader, but I will see who my leaders are, who steps up and becomes a leader first. And like I said, it'll allow 2. Okay, so great piece of Canvas, the group settings, and use those to collaborate from home with your at-home scrums. Okay, so that does it for this episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, always trying to make you great and help you innovate. So until next time, Paul, if you have a question, leave comments below. And also tell me why you think the freshmen are a little bit more talkative than my seniors in the comments below. And I'd be interested to see what you guys feel, why the seniors can't converse as long as my freshmen. Also, there's more information for you at themightycodecoder.com. And also you could find me on Twitter at mightycodecoder. Thank you for watching.